I'm in a massive rush today. It's Friday, I finished work, I painted my toenails. Do I show you guys? No, why not? I don't know whether you can see that, but look, it's a little reindeer. Hopefully there's no perverts watching that are gonna sell those pictures on the internet. If you do, I want to cut. Anyway, today is a very special video. It's kind of a hybrid vlog slash talking head video. We're gonna keep things nice and chill, and I'm gonna finally sit down and go over all of the festive snacks and things that I got while we were in Italy. Because it's fun and I'm a greedy piggy, so I'm gonna eat some of them. So I figure, why not do that with you? Oh, this is really cute. Look at the background. I mean, I leave a little bit to be desired, but I really couldn't be bothered today. And this is meant to be like vlog style. This is raw, this is real, this is me. Did I just make a Camp Rock reference? Anyway, today we're gonna be sitting down. I'm gonna be going over the festive treats that we bought on our recent trip to Italy. These are all the things that I got. Jamie obviously got some stuff, but most of that is stocking fillers for me. So I'm not gonna make him get it out and show it because it's meant to be a surprise. So we've got a mix of treats. Some of these are Jamie's stocking fillers. Some of these are nostalgic treats for me that I've had all the time, all my life, while I was growing up in Italy. When we moved over here and we go back and visit, these are things that I always bring back. And then some of them are like festive treats, but pretty much all of these things are treats, snacks, drinks, etc. that I can basically only get from Italy. So if you're wanting any of them, you're gonna have to make a trip there. But I had to show them you because I've had them for a bit now, and I wanted to be able to show you before I've eaten them all, because some of them I have nearly finished. And why not? Let's treat this as like a little Italian lesson. We've got treats from Italy, we might as well talk about them. First things first is a Christmas present for my mother. Now, there's no danger of her seeing this because I don't actually think she knows how to use YouTube on her phone other than to watch scary videos, which this isn't. And to be fair, even if she does see it, I get her these every single year. Not these specific ones, but I always get her some dark chocolate because she's a dark chocolate girly. But these, I've never actually seen this box, like this specific box of Lindor before. Obviously this is from Italy, so I'm never gonna find this over here, but this has 3 different kinds of dark chocolate. And for anybody wondering, assortito fondente means dark assortment. So it's different kinds of dark chocolate. So we've got fondente, which is just standard dark chocolate. We've got fondente amabile, lovable dark chocolate. Not entirely sure what that means. Maybe it's just not as dark as normal. So it's maybe like a semi-sweet. And then we've got extra fondente, which is extra dark. So they'll be like super dark chocolate ones, which I haven't actually seen over in the UK, bar maybe in the actual Lindt shop itself. But I picked those up, and this is quite a big box, to be fair. I feel like the boxes that we get over here aren't like this, but yeah. I picked those up for my mum because she loves dark chocolate. And sticking with the chocolate theme, we have baci. Now, I know that you can get these over here. I know this. However, these are the milk ones. Milk chocolate baci. And these, how can I explain them if you haven't had them before? It is almost a bit like a Ferrero Rocher, but it's like more solid chocolate inside. So where a Ferrero Rocher has like a ganache, like a really soft ganache inside, this is a little bit more solid. It's a bit more so shaped like a Hershey's Kiss, and baci means kisses. The more you know. But inside these, like, it's not just like a standard chocolate. They have a little, it says a secret message inside, and luckily for a lot of people, they write them in Italian, obviously, because it's Perugina, it's an Italian brand, but they also write in English. But each one comes with like a little fortune inside it, and it's really cute. But I had to pick these up because as much as I do like dark chocolate and I do like the original baci, I mean, as you can tell, we've demolished most of the pack already. Now moving on to the stuff for Jamie. So Jamie, if you're watching this right now, hopefully not. If you are though, please click off right now. Otherwise, this stuff is going to be mine and not yours anymore. And I know that's going to make you mad. So off you pop. Now again, with this, I wanted to try and grab him stuff that I knew we couldn't get over here. So starting off strong with some Kinder. These are the Kinder balls. Now I know you can get these over here, but it's not these specific ones. I'm pretty sure it's just like the milk chocolate ones, like milk and chocolate. So they're just basic. These ones, it says latte e nocciola, which means milk and hazelnut. So these are essentially like little mini Kinder Buenos. I wanted some of these, so I'm kind of hoping that he's bought me some. And again, because he's a Kinder fiend, I grabbed him one of these little sacks. Like, how cute is this? How cute. So what does this have in it? It looks like it's got the Kinder Bueno, it's got Kinder Maxi, and those, I think they're new, like the little, are they the cereal bars? I can't remember, but they have like cereal and then the white chocolate, and it looks like a tiny little chocolate bar. They're quite nice, to be fair, but that is like a cute little bag. And they had tons of these guys. Like Italy, I've always said it and I always will, they have the monopoly when it comes to confectionery, and especially when it's something to do with like some sort of national holiday, like at Easter and Christmas, they do it right. And there was tons and tons of different things. I will insert some footage, but there was all sorts from like, they love a liqueur, like a chocolate liqueur over there. So there's all sorts of different like selection boxes, gift sets, tiny little boxes of like chocolates. They had Coffee Mate, they had the Mon Cherie, they had everything, and there was tons of different Kinder things, and I wanted to get everything. I was fully aware that we were buying stuff over here as well, because we do our like annual stocking filler trip to B&M, so I didn't want to get in too much from over there. But now I'm kind of wishing that I had got a couple of more bits, because there was these little Kinder hearts that looked like the most precious thing in the world. Again, I'm kind of hoping that he bought them for me. He did say he'd spent a fair bit of money, and the bag that I've seen upstairs has boxes in it. So I'm kind of hoping I've got some Coffee Mate, not Coffee Mates. Why do I keep saying Coffee Mates? Pocket coffee. The little like coffee liqueurs with like the dark chocolate around. Oh my God, they're so good. I'm hoping I've got some of them, and the Mon Cherie, because I love me a chocolate cherry liqueur. Anything cherry and chocolate, that is me. And those little Kinder Heart things. If he hasn't got me, I'm not going to be disappointed. But if he has, that will literally make my year. And then just to finish it off, I got him some sweets. Again, tried to focus on things that we don't really have over here. Obviously, these are brands that we have over here, but these specific sweets I have not seen. So first off, we have Finny, which I'm pretty sure I have seen this sort of stuff before. And I know we definitely have Trolley or Trolley. I don't know how you pronounce it, but these are some like sour gummy, like rainbow tubes, which again, for me and him, anything sour, anything chewy, anything gummy is in the basket. So I grabbed those. Then we've got the Haribo Pixel Frizzy, which are like these cute little, again, sour gummy cubes. So it's almost like it's these, but they've compressed them and then chopped them into little pieces. And I thought they looked quite cute. They look like almost like little rock candies. Very excited about them because they look like they're going to be sour, and we love sour. Then again, another sour thing. These are the Frutella Extra Frizz Chuchi. Now Chucho, for anybody wondering, is a dummy. So these are little sour gummy dummies, and they look amazing. My mouth's actually watering looking at them. These ones I'm a little bit confused. I don't actually know what this word means. Google Translate says it's pronounced tagada, which makes sense. That's how I would have pronounced it, but I don't actually know what this is translated into English. But to me, these are like the, what are they called? They're not straws, they're like little bonbon things almost. I think they're meant to be like little mini strawberries, but they're, you've probably seen them before. But they're like little round, almost like slightly squishy things, a little bit chewy, strawberry flavoured with like the sugar on. I know we've had something similar to this before. This is why I picked them up, because I know he's going to like them. And they are a tiny bit sour. That is it for Jamie's stuff. I'm just going to shove that back in the bag. He's at the gym at the minute, and I don't want him walking in and seeing it. That's why I wanted to get that out of the way first. Oh, I see. He's opened them already. Another thing. I did get him these, and again, I know that you can get them over here, but in Italy they had like a load of different themes on the bags. There's like different kinds of the biscuit you can get. So these are the innamorato, which means like the in love ones. So I'm assuming it's a whole bag of these here. And I got them for his stocking. And then when we came back, he was like, oh, damn. I forgot to get some Kinderinis on the way back because he usually brings back like half a case full of them because he loves them so much. So I couldn't keep it from him. So I picked them up and obviously I gave them to him early. And the little buggers opened them and not told me. Kinder, man. So good. And these in a little coffee dipped in. Like Italian shortbread. Nothing else is as good. Sticking with the theme of biscuits, we have these little buggers right here. These are called Frollini, and these are the chocolate and nocciole ones. So like little chocolate hazelnut biscuits. These I usually buy the branded ones, Bandistelle, but these were a hell of a lot cheaper this time. I think this entire bag, and it was full to the brim, might I add, was like €2.36, whereas the Bandistelle one was like half the size. And I'm pretty sure they were like €5. Not cheap, but they're damn good biscuits. But these are just like the supermarket that's nearby. They're almost like, I guess, Italy's version, or at least the northern part of Italy that I've been to anyway. Their version of like Tesco, I guess. That's probably what I compare it to, like Tesco, Asda, like huge supermarkets that sell like everything. But that's their own brand. I know in the past, when it's been like Italian week or Italian month at Lidl, they have done their own version of these biscuits. So if you do see them, I highly recommend you get them. They're just the most buttery, crumbly, chocolatey little shortbread biscuit, and they taste like heaven in a bag. So yeah, we've already demolished like half this bag. A little evening ritual just lately has been Jamie having an espresso, and then I'm having a macchiato. And I've been putting hazelnut and white chocolate syrup in it, and it's been tasting. And then we just dip a load of these in it, and it tastes so good. And now for the rest of the sweet treats. Because that's all we've got. But like that is literally what we do. I go to Italy with an empty big suitcase, and we come back with a full suitcase of crap. I had to get these. These are my childhood. These are the Kinder Panettone, and it's basically just a little festive brioche. There is literally only one left because I've been having them with my coffee in the morning. I should have got myself like 4 boxes of these because there's like 10 in a box and they're so Moorish. But these are like little vanilla brioche, and it's like eating a cloud. Like it's just like air. It's so soft and fluffy, and then it has this like chocolate cream, almost like chocolate whipped cream inside, and then actual like dark chocolate strips running through it. So it's crunchy, it's soft, it's chocolatey, it tastes like heaven. I suppose I could try one of those like online stores. I know I have found some of the stuff like Molino Bianco and that Kinder stuff before, some of the Nutella stuff as well on those sites, but I don't trust them. I would rather wait until we go to Italy and I stuff my suitcase full of it, because at least then I know it's legit and that I've bought it, and I know that it's not going to go out of date in like 2 days. But it makes me really sad that I can't get this stuff, because here's another one. This is the Kinder Colazione Più, and these, how would I describe them? I guess they're an acquired taste. They're, I guess it's like malt flavored. So if you imagine like Ovaltine and the inside of a Malteser, that's kind of what this tastes like. Again, like really airy brioche, and then it's got like the malt cream running through the middle. But they're so good. These ones I did pick up a second box, so there's 3 left in here, and then I've got a whole box of them here, and Jamie doesn't like them, so they're all for me. And then last but not least, for the sweet treats, what is Christmas in Italy without a bandoro? I could have got a panettone. There was loads of them, I'm telling you. There's 3 things that the stores were full of over in Italy when we went, and it was panettone and pandoro, Kinder stuff, and hampers. They love a hamper, but to give as a gift, like in the 90s, I remember my mum ordering every year from Studio Catalogue the huge Christmas hamper that came with like the turkey, and it had a few trimmings, and it would have like stuff to make mince pies with and all sorts of crap, bottles of wine and things. Over in Italy, they love to give a hamper as a gift at Christmas. And these are no basic hampers. Like, these are definitely like top tier hampers. There's all sorts in there. But I don't think anything prepared me for how much panettone and how much pandoro there was going to be in the supermarkets. This took me 20 minutes to choose because I was going around the shop just like, I don't know. I don't know which one to get. There's just so many. They had vegan ones, they had the normal ones, they had like classic pandoro, they had classic panettone, and then they had the most bizarre and interesting flavours I've ever seen. But I eventually settled on this one, which is a tiramisu one. This just screams me, in my opinion. I love me tiramisu. I'm pretty sure at this point our wedding cake is going to be a tiramisu. But anything tiramisu flavoured, I'm like, I'm in, give it me. We had the lemon one last year and it was really nice, don't get me wrong, but I wanted something a little bit different. And I figured this would go really nice with a coffee. I haven't cracked it open yet because I'm still unsure whether I'm gonna save it for when we go to Jamie's parents so that they can have a go at it, because I did take the lemon one down with me last year and it got demolished. You can actually display it really nice. Like, what you're meant to do with these, you see how it's got like the cocoa powder on the outside? It doesn't come like that. It just comes in the box with the bag of the cocoa powder and you chuck it in, or most of the time it's icing sugar, but this one's got cocoa powder because it's tiramisu, and you put that in the bag and then you shake it within an inch of its life, and then because the cake is quite soft and moist, the cocoa powder just sticks to it. And then to serve it, I know that on the box they've just cut a chunk out of it, but what you're meant to do at Christmas, or what's traditional, is you slice through it sideways and then you tilt each piece like around, so you turn it a little bit, and it's meant to look like a Christmas tree. It looks so cute. These specific ones, like these really interesting flavors and stuff, I'm not gonna get over here. I'm gonna have to go back to Italy. Maybe that's an excuse to go back near next Christmas. And then to draw us to a close, we have some alcohol, because why would I go to Italy without buying some really cool alcohol? Not that Jamie and I drink often, but you know, we love a shot, we love a creamy cocktail, so I figured why not? This one, you've probably seen this before. I'm pretty sure I've talked about it before, but this is the nocciola liqueur. So it's Cremoncello di Sicilia, and it is essentially just a hazelnut liqueur. Imagine Kinder Bueno in a bottle. That is what it is. So we love putting this in like hot chocolates, in coffee. I've sometimes put it in like a tiramisu when I've made one, but we will just have this as like a Bueno shot with some sort of like chocolate liqueur or something. Goes down a treat. And then finally these two. As soon as I saw these, I was like, in my basket right now, like how delicious do they look? And I don't think I've ever seen a prettier bottle for like some pistachio and chocolate liqueur in my life. It just looks like I want to eat the bottle, essentially. But it's a pistachio liqueur from Bottega. And I picked up these two specifically because they had a ton of different ones. I'm pretty sure I saw like a melon one, I saw a watermelon one, I saw a raspberry one, I saw a strawberry one. They had like a, it said latte, so I'm assuming it's just like a milk, so like a plain one, I guess, almost like a Bailey's. But these two specifically, because all I had in my head was to buy chocolate bar shot. Because I did make some this year with the pistachio version of this and the chocolate Luke's Bailey's, but it wasn't quite giving what I needed it to. Like, it wasn't quite as chocolatey as I needed it to be, and this is a dark chocolate one, so I'm imagining it's going to taste so good. So I've picked up those to basically do that. This might end up being the shot of the night on Boxing Day and on the 27th when we go and visit some friends, because I know as soon as I tell them about it, they're going to want it. And then I guess I did technically buy myself some like pastina and stuff like that, because again, I can't go to Italy and not bring back some pasta. It's just ingrained in me now. This time I did refrain. I didn't come back with like 5 kilos of parmigiano and gorgonzola and mascarpone. My nonna, 1 year, oh my God, I still have like PTSD from it now. I went this time of year, and what they tend to have is, like, when you go to the cheesemongers, they do this, it's like a cheese mix, which is basically like mascarpone cheese and gorgonzola, and they mix it together, and it tastes delicious. It tastes like heaven. If you love stinky cheese, it is the one. And it is so good to like spread on bread. Like if you have like a really nice crusty sourdough and a little bit of prosciutto cotto. Anyway, my nonna bought some because she knows my mum loves it. And she was like, put this in your case. And I'm like, I don't want it in my case. It stinks. It's a no from me. I argued back and forth with her for a bit. And she was like, okay, fine. And then she walks away. She puts it back in the fridge. I thought that was it. I get home, and because I'm me, I didn't immediately unpack my suitcase. I just left it in the living room next to the radiator for 3 days. And then the house started to smell a little bit weird. And it was only when I unzipped the like inner pocket bit, and you know, like when you have 2 separate parts of the suitcase and there's a little pocket there, it was only then that I realized that my nonna had actually snuck the cheese gorgonzola into my suitcase without me knowing, and it had been there for 3 days. So I don't bring cheese back anymore. I used to bring back olive oil and all sorts, but now I just focus on like the confectionery, because the meats and the cheeses and oil and things, I'm quite happy with the selection that we have here in the UK. The confectionery, no, I'm not happy. I know I can obviously get these over here, but you know, there's certain things that I definitely can't. So the suitcase that we take is reserved for brioche, cakes, pies, like crostata, biscuits, and liqueur that we can't get over here. Because I mean, not even just this brand. I don't think I've ever seen like a hazelnut liqueur. And if you have found some, tell me where to find it, because I don't want to have to keep going back to Italy to go and get it. So yeah, that kind of does it for this little haul. I know it's maybe a bit of a strange video, but I was really excited with the stuff that I got, and I wanted to just show it to you guys, because I know sometimes people would be interested in this stuff. And obviously if there's any family members or friends or people who know me that are watching, and you see something here that you really like and you think, actually, I'm gonna get Steph to go and grab me some of that next time she goes over. Now's your chance. Here's some of the stuff. And this is only a tiny portion of what was available. Like I said, Italy definitely hacked the monopoly when it comes to confectionery, when it comes to alcohol, and when it comes to cake. And maybe if you like them, you can keep an eye out for them, like in the supermarkets over there, because slowly but surely things are creeping over. Like you never used to be able to get back to over here, and now you can. And these Kinderini biscuits. So I feel like it's only a matter of time before these bad boys make it onto the shelf. Brioche isn't really a breakfast thing over here, but you just need to jump on board, because this dipped in some cold milk. But yeah, let me know in the comments what your favorite product was out of this haul, what you'd be interested to try. If you got any questions about more of the stuff that I saw over there that maybe didn't talk about in this video, let me know in the comments down below. And also, let me know what your favorite festive treat is, because I want to know how many of you are like me. Mine is Bailey's mince pies. They're just so good. I could eat them all the time. I mean, we're talking in terms of like British stuff, yeah. If we're talking about Italian stuff, it's always going to be pandoro. But that kind of does it for now. So I hope you've enjoyed watching just as much as I've enjoyed filming it, and that you found it educational, inspirational, and entertaining, because that is kind of the point around here. But on that note, I am gonna love you, leave you, and see you in the next one, because I'm gonna go and eat some of this now. Bye!